Hello friends, my name is Hameed. Today I am working on a GE fridge. It's a French door fridge. The customer's complaint is that the fridge is not working properly. The freezer was working okay, but the fridge was not working okay. Today I'm going to show you how to replace this evaporator fan motor. The model number for this fridge is CWE23SSHHSS. This is the model number. And the part number we are going to replace is it's W as a golf, W as a whiskey, G as a golf, 03, Foxtrot 06676. And this is the way the evaporator fan motor looks on this unit. We are replacing this evaporator fan motor if it's making noise, if the fridge is noisy, or if the fridge is not cooling at all but the freezer is okay, or if this fan is making noise on and off, or a screeching noise, you have this fan. And the evaporator fan on this unit is located inside of the fridge. I would say 80-90% of the time the evaporator fans are located in the freezer compartment, but on this unit, this part is located inside of the fridge. It's going to be an easy replacement. Model and serial number on a GE fridge is located right inside. When you open the door, it's right here. So to work on the evaporator fan motor on this unit, is located at the back in that area. We're going to remove this shelf. In order to remove it, we're going to lift it up from the bottom. And you have to kind of bring it on the side way and then remove it. Remember, I also forgot to tell you something else here. If your fridge compartment is freezing food, this fan can also be the problem because it has a couple extra wires, and instead of 2 wires it has 4 wires. One of the wires are also communication wire, that if the fan doesn't communicate properly with the main control board, it will keep running and running and running, and it will never stop, and that will also cause the fridge food to freeze. So if your fridge is freezing food and you open this cover and you see that the fan never stops, that could be the problem too. So in order to remove this back panel part, we are going to remove this twin chill. So you kind of hold it from here and you can remove it like that. See the way it sits in there? It just sits right here. You remove this, and then there's one 1/4 inch screw. It's 1x4. You need that drill bit like this, 1x4. The screw is this one. It's a longer screw, and there's one here. This one is a short one, and then after that you hold your hand right here and kind of wiggle it back and forth, and then it lifts up. Of course, we also got this cover. You can remove this cover. So disconnect the fan from here. If you look at this connector, it has these tabs. When you press on it, see, the tab gets open, and that's how it's held in here. So kind of push on it on both sides, wiggle it back and forth, it comes out. And then this panel, we are going to remove it completely. See the way it looks here? So to work, so we are going to remove this old fan from here. I'll show you the way it looks. This insulation, you can keep it the way it is, but you can pull the fan out like this, just like that. And it's also in a rubber sleeve here. You're going to remove this. Remember to not install this in opposite position, because if you do that, you're going to have problems. So hold it like that, and then this one, the position is this way. Add this back again. You have to reposition it. These ones, the lower part. Seems okay now, and now we can reinsert it back in. This is garbage, and you see it's frozen completely. See? And I'm going to show you the new one. See that? Look at this one. Thank you. This is frozen. It's seized. So it goes. We're going to put the wire in here. And then from here you have to push it back in. Just like that. The insulation, I recommend you ordering this tiny insulation, but I do not think you can get this. You have to order the whole panel. Therefore, you can reinstall it back in. Because this gasket or sealant is not good here, or it doesn't set properly, so I'm going to use a little bit of aluminum tape just to hold it tight in place here. So the way you're going to install it is just tiny bit. That's it. You need a small piece. I used a large piece, but it's okay. And then you can turn it back here. And now we can reinstall it back in here. To reinstall it, you're gonna hold it in 45-degree angle like this, not a straight like that. So you kind of have to reinsert it, push it down. So if possible, I would run my wire through the back and then reconnect it back in here. And make sure those two pins, I'm going to show you on the old fan. So I'm going to show you on the old fan to make sure you understand what I'm talking about. When you connect this connector back in at the back, you see these pins, make sure they're in from both sides, and it makes that click noise. You hear that? Let me see. You hear the noise? I'm going to open it. You hear that? When you close it, you should hear that noise. If you didn't hear it, that means you did not install it properly, or you can possibly add a zip tie here just to hold it at the back. And you can do this on all fridges. It doesn't matter what kind of fridge. If you see a connector like this and it doesn't hold itself, please use a zip tie at the back corner right in this area and retighten it. It's gonna hold itself. With the drill, please do not go full blast on it, because it can strip this because it goes into the plastic, so it may cause issues. Just be careful with your drill, or use hand screwdriver in here and this part. So the way it looks, this side gets attached right here, and then you push it down. So you're not gonna make a mistake. It's easy. Kind of go like that. Here it's good. Sometimes the plastic breaks on this one. Again, the same thing. You can use a little bit of aluminum tape right here and aluminum tape here, and it will hold it in place. Or worst case, you can always use a little bit of silicone here, or even crazy glue will help. Okay, thank you. So the customer's helping me putting that back in here. Thank you. So we're gonna pull the fridge out. If your floorings are fancy and you know it's gonna scratch it easily, please use protection on the floor. If your floorings are good like this, then you don't need that.
Yeah, well, it's not hard water, but it's just, they never work anyways. Okay. And we have ice maker downstairs, so.
Okay, we can push the fridge back in.
Okay, it's a tight fit.
Yeah. So if you're pulling out the fridge or the customer is pulling out, please always ask questions. Did you pull the fridge out before? Did it scratch the floor? If the customer is comfortable and they said, yeah, we pulled it out in the past couple of times, no problem, then of course you don't see any scratches here. So it's good flooring and we are good in here.
It has rolling wheels.
Yeah, it also has rolling wheels. And when you when you start the fridge, you have to wait for 5 to 7 minutes before the fan kicks in. If you have any kind of problem with the fan, it's making noise, then you may want to return the fan back and order a new one. But I don't see evaporator fan being noisy when it's brand new on these units. So the fridge is good now. You can tell your customer that it can take up to 24 hours in order to maintain its perfect default temperature. Other than that, everything seems okay. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you guys have any question, please comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my videos and share it with others. You can also follow me on Facebook and TikTok, the same name, Hameed Appliances Repair. Thank you.